In this video, I'm going to show you how to use Zoominfo to find hundreds of qualified decision makers ready to buy your products or your services. Let's dive right in. Zoominfo does have a lot of features, so before we start, let me give you a quick overview of what we are going to cover here. So first, I'm going to show you how to build qualified lead list using 1, the Zoominfo search engine, and 2, the Zoominfo Chrome extension. Then I'm going to show you how to contact your leads at the right time using intent data and web traffic insights. And finally, we are going to cover 2 more features, data upload and CRM connection, that will be super useful to build some integration between the different tools you are using. And we will end by analyzing the pricing and see which plan is the best for your use case. So let's start with the advanced search engine. Here, the technique is to first look for companies, then find decision makers inside these companies, and finally export these decision makers to a CSV file with their professional emails and their phone numbers. So when you land on Zoominfo, you should click on Advanced Search here and scroll down to the Companies section here. And there you have several search filters that you can use to find your total addressable market. That is to say, the companies you want to contact. So let's say we want to contact companies in the software industry. I can write software here and then click on software. Make sure to select primary to target the primary industry of the company. Now, let's say I want to sell to companies with a minimum of 50 employees and a maximum of 250 employees. I want to make sure they have a minimum of revenue to pay me. So let's say I want them to make at least 5 million here. And then I can also select the location of these companies. Let's say I want them to be in the US. And these are basically the most simple filters I can use to find companies. If I want more, I can click on show all filters here. And here I will get different filters to find better companies for my use case. For example, I can select companies that are only selling to other businesses, so B2B companies. And another interesting filter to use is last round of funding. So here, for example, I can select companies that have raised funds in the past 7 days, past 30 days, or past 3 months. So here I can select past 3 months, and that way I'm sure to target companies that have a will to grow and that have the budget to pay me. If I want to be even more precise, I can select the rounds here. It's usually a good idea to select seed rounds only, because seed rounds are made by startups who want to burn this cash to grow. So they will be more likely to buy your product or your services. Another interesting filters to find companies is under here, the sales signal sections, technologies. For example, if you want to target company using a specific competitor or tool, here I can target companies that are using Zendesk, for example, and I can, if I am a competitor, mention that in my outreach saying that, oh, I detected you are using this tool, we are a competitor, I think we provide better features on that aspect of the business, maybe you should try our tool, etc. That could be really helpful to have that kind of information to make better prospecting messages. Once you get this list, a good practice is to exclude your competitors and your clients from your target accounts. So for that, you can use the tag system. So either you have already built that list and you want to filter the companies in that list from that list, or you find in that list some client or competitors. So let's say these three companies here, for example, I noticed that they are client and competitors. I can select them here, click to the 3 dots, click on tag companies. You can create a new tag if that's not already done. Here it's already selected, so I will check here competitors and clients and click on tag. Then I will head to the company tag section here, competitors and clients, and click here on this icon to exclude the companies I've just added. And you can see here I've gone from 45 companies to 42 companies because the 3 companies I've put in that list have been filtered out the search results. The second good practice once you have this search ready is to save it to get notified every time new companies fit your search criteria. So that way, every time new software companies raise funds, you will get notified by email by Zoominfo. So I can save that list here saying US software companies fundraise, for example, save it, and then I'm sure to receive new opportunities as they come by email from Zoominfo, and that create a stream of leads I can contact every week or every month. So we built our list of companies. Now the goal will be to find decision makers inside them. So for that, we are going here to click on the three dots, tag companies, and put them into a new list. Let's say target accounts, add. Then we'll have to select here target accounts and click on tag to really add these 42 companies into our tag here. You can do the same thing by selecting here, selecting page, and then click on add to list to my target account, but this will only select one page at a time, so we will have to go through all the page to tag all the companies. With the tag system, it's faster. Once you've done that, you click on clear all here, you go back to company tag, and you select the lists of accounts you just created. But this time you are going to head to the contact tab here, and here are going to be displayed all the people that are working in the companies inside your lists. So the next mission here will be to add filters, but this time within the contact section to find the right decision makers inside these companies. So let's say I'm looking for a specific job title. I can write, let's say, head of sales or head of marketing. If I don't have a precise ID and I just want decision makers, I can just write keywords like sales and marketing, and then select management levels. So here I can select C levels, VP level, or director. And that way, Zoominfo will give me all the people that have management responsibilities and in the specific field I've mentioned, which are here sales and marketing. Bonus tip for you guys, there is a nice filter you can add on top of that. If you click on show all filters, you can select people that have been hired in the last 9 months. So for example, if a new head of marketing or a new head of sales just arrived in a company is maybe more likely to buy new product or services. So that's a filter you can use if you want to contact people that are most likely to buy your product or services. But you can see here, I only got 8 people that are fitting this search criteria. So if you want to keep a large list, you are not forced to do that, obviously. So we found our companies, we found our decision makers inside these companies. Now it's time to export them to CSV with professional emails and phone numbers. So for that, you can head to contact info here, and not all of the leads in Zoominfo will have a professional emails or phone number associated to them. So if you only want to download people with contact information, you can use this section here saying that you only want leads with emails or a phone or both. And here you can click on or and end. And if you want to have at least phone or business emails, you can here tick that two checkboxes. And you can see here, basically the icon email and the icon phone here will be in gray. That means that you have an email or you have a phone for these people. Then the next step is to click here on export to Excel and click on instant export to get all these prospects with their information into a CSV file. So I've put them here on Google Sheets so you can visualize the data. So but basically you have first name, last name, job titles, management level, obviously email addresses and phone numbers, and a lot of information on the industry of the company, the location, the number of employees, the revenue, etc. This is basically one of the best sorts of B2B data you can find because the information is really complete and clean. So now you know how to build a list of qualified decision makers with contact information using Zoominfo. We will move to the next step, which is using the Chrome extension. So if you go to the Chrome store, you can download the Zoominfo Chrome extension, and this extension will allow you to build lead lists from LinkedIn or from any company website. So basically you can use it from any LinkedIn profile here. So here we are on my profile, and if I click on the icon, it will connect my LinkedIn profile to the Zoominfo database, and it will find information like email, phone number. It will detect if I'm present or no in the CRM already, get some information about the company. And if I click here, I am able to open the company page profile directly within Zoominfo. I can do the same thing for company pages. So let's look for a company here. And let's say you want to find leads in that companies. You can click here on the icon. You will get information, the estimated revenue. And if you click on employees, you will get here the employees and the people you can contact in that organization. So it's super useful when you target big corporations. Like if I go on a Salesforce page, you will see that I can activate the Zoominfo extension, click here on employees. Then I can add filters here on this list. So let's say same thing, I want people with business emails, phones. I want to target people in the sales department, management level, C-level, VP, and directors. And I want them to be located in the US. So directly from here, the LinkedIn company page of Salesforce, I built a list of qualified leads I can contact, and I can even open the Zoominfo search engine directly from the extension here. You can see that all the leads that I had in my extension are now open in the search engine here. You can also use the Chrome extension to export LinkedIn searches. So let's say here I'm searching on the LinkedIn basic free search engine. I can also activate here the Zoominfo Chrome extension. Here, as you know, there is 10 results per page on the LinkedIn free search engine. So Zoominfo is able to detect here these 10 results, find them into the Zoominfo database, and if I select here 10 results, I'm able to export my LinkedIn search into a CSV file with all the information. And here I can see that Zoominfo get some emails and some fun numbers as well. The only challenge here is that Zoominfo is not able to export the whole search. It will export only one page at a time. So if you want to export several pages, you will have to switch pages here. And you see here, the Zoominfo extension is refreshing and getting the results from the second page. So if you have 100 pages, that will be a long process, but if you only have a few results, this is really efficient. All the things that I've shown you on LinkedIn, they also work on LinkedIn Sales Navigator, which is the LinkedIn premium search engine. If you don't know what LinkedIn Sales Navigator is, I've left a complete tutorial that will appear on the top right of this video. Here, same thing, I am on a Sales Navigator profile. I open Zoominfo Chrome extension, and they get the data. And as you noticed, every time the button is not appearing here, I click on the Chrome extension icon. If you want to pin it, you click here on this icon and you click on the pin here icon, and you will get the icon here. And if the icon disappears, you just have to click on it. Here I have access to the company page information, and on the Sales Navigator searches as well, same thing. Here you are able to export search results with Zoominfo. The difference is that on Sales Navigator, you get 25 results per page. So Zoominfo will be able to export more search results in one go. So you can use the Chrome extension with LinkedIn, with Sales Navigator, and you can also use it, and this is really useful on any company page. For example, here I am on the Everboot website, and if I click here on the Zoominfo icon, I will get the same information that if I am on the LinkedIn company page, basically. So here I have the LinkedIn company page link, LinkedIn Twitter link. I have some information about the industry, etc. And same thing, I can find contact in that companies, apply filters like I've done on the previous ones. And as I am searching the web for leads, I'm able to build lead list on the go, and that's pretty useful. You don't have to switch between several tools. You can just do your research and build your lead list at the same time. You know how to use the search engine, you know how to use the Chrome extension. Now I will show you how the intent data work. So basically, intent data will help you to check if a company is ready to buy your product. Zoominfo is using several data points and several partners to build that data. And for example, with the search engine here, you are able to see if a company is currently looking to buy an email marketing software, for example. And you can select here that intent, and you see that in the past week, more than 30,000 companies have shown an interest in buying email marketing or email marketing softwares. So if that's what you are selling, then you should immediately contact these companies. Maybe that's the right timing for you to contact them. They are looking for a solution. They are actively looking to buy something. To be 100% honest with you, I don't know a lot of companies that are using this signal, so I don't know if they are really successful using that feature, but at least it's worth a try to see if you can leverage that in your prospecting sequences. So in case you want to try, you will need to go here on the intent tab, and you will need to buy a Zoominfo plan first, because this is not available with a free trial plan. The other signals you can use for prospecting are the signals from your own website. So Zoominfo also allows you to identify the companies that are visiting your website. To check these companies, you can click here on websites, and here you will have a list of all the companies that have visited your website within the past 24 hours. So I can change that for the past week, and I can also sort by unique visits. And I can see that these companies have visited my website a lot during the last week. If I want to get more information about that, I can click here on dashboard, and here I will get more data about what pages are visited, which companies are visiting my pages, the classification of companies in terms of revenue, employee count, industry, location. For example, here I can say that most companies visiting my website are in California, and within the world, most companies that are visiting my website are from United States, India, and United Kingdom. So that's information you can actually leverage then in your lead generation strategy. And let's say you want to contact people from a specific company. Let's say I've seen that SAP has visited my website a lot. I can click here directly on the company name. It will get me to the company page, and then I can see here which pages have been visited, and I can click the employee tab, and here look for decision makers I can contact. And if I am lucky, I will find the people that have visited my website, and this will create a first good interaction to make a first call and try to sell my product. To set that up, you will only need to copy paste a code on your website. So basically Zoominfo will give you a piece of code, and you will have to follow the instructions here. Basically that piece of code, you have to paste it into the head of all your pages. So if you know how to do that yourself, you can do it, or you can send the script to the person in charge of your website. And then a few minutes later, you will start to see the company appearing on this tab here, web page. If you want to do the process I've just shown you, but for a complete list of companies, you can select here several companies and tag them. Let's say web visits, add this tag, and then tag these companies here. Then you can go back to the advanced search, clear the filters, go to company tag, select web visits, and here start again the process I've just showed you before to find the decision makers you want to contact in the companies that you know have visited your website. That's basically the 4 ways you can build qualified lead list on Zoominfo: the advanced search engine, the Chrome extension, the intent data, and the web traffic. Now there are 2 other filters that you can also use that will be super helpful for prospecting, that are the data upload and the CRM connection. So let's say you have a list of leads. For example, you export it from LinkedIn or from Crunchbase or from another database, but the information is not complete. You can go to the Enhance tab here, click on Upload Lists. You can select to upload companies or contact lists, and you can either select the Enhance here option to clean, deduplicate, and add the missing data like phone numbers or emails, or you can also create a Zoominfo list out of an Excel file by clicking on List Match here. And basically, Zoominfo will take your Excel file and try to find if some companies or leads in this Excel file are present in the Zoominfo database, and immediately build a list of lead or a list of accounts out of your file. If you want to see which data point have been added or modified by Zoominfo during the process, you can click here on the 3 dots, click on Enhance Analysis, and here basically you will get the completeness score, and the data that has been modified or added here. Basically, you can see that 6 company domains have been modified, company location, phone, revenue, etc. So you basically got logs of all the action that have been performed by Zoominfo on your file. So here I have a list I exported from LinkedIn Sales Navigator, and I want to check if Zoominfo can add data to that list. So here I've downloaded this list into a CSV file. I'm going to click on Upload List, Contact, Enhance, and click on Next, Upload CSV here, go to Download, and select here my list, click on Next, and then I would need to map here the column. So let's say here I have employee count, and I will have to here select the right field. Here's company employee count, and you can do that for the different fields you have. That will help basically Zoominfo find the right company or the right contact in the database to enrich the data. I've mapped a few columns here. I can click on Next, then include all record in output file. So this means I want all the original columns plus the columns that will be added by Zoominfo. And then here click on Finish, and I will be able to go back when the enrichment is done. Once the enrichment is completed, you will receive an email like this. You can click on View Your List to open your list on the Zoominfo interface. Click here on the list name, and the leads in your CSV file will be displayed here in the search engine, and we can compare here with my file. Here there's Matt Prohaska, Philip von Gilsa, and if I check here, I can see that the exact same names are here on Zoominfo, so I can do a quick check to see if these are really the same people. But usually if you provide the LinkedIn URLs, given that Zoominfo also scrape LinkedIn, you will have a high percentage of matches. But given that Zoominfo also scrape LinkedIn and get LinkedIn URLs, if you provide LinkedIn URLs to Zoominfo, you will have a high match rate. Last but not least, you can also connect your CRM to Zoominfo. So for that, you can click here, then on Admin Portal, App Integrations, Integrations, and All Integrations. And here you can see that you can connect Salesforce, HubSpot, Microsoft Dynamics, Outreach, Gmail, Microsoft Outlook, basically a lot of tools, and that can allow you to avoid that CSV export step and to directly send data from Zoominfo to your CRM. I won't give you a full tutorial on how to do that here, but if you want to launch that process, you can contact their sales team, and they got also some documentation you can use to implement this CRM integration step by step. So now that you got all the features in mind, let's talk about the pricing. So as you know, Zoominfo is a great tool, but it's pretty expensive. So it's more an enterprise tool than a SMB tool. You got a free trial, but free trial is limited to 10 leads per month, 25 leads per month if you connect your email address to Zoominfo. But after that, if you want to get access to the search engine, it will start at $20K per year. And if you want search engine plus data intents, the feature I've shown you in this video, it starts at $20K per year. So that's quite an investment. So if you don't have the budget to actually pay that, there is an alternative you can use, which is LinkedIn Sales Navigator, the premium LinkedIn search engine offered by LinkedIn. So I am on the LinkedIn Sales Navigator search engine right now, and the truth is that it's pretty similar to the Zoominfo search engine. You got search filters for companies, for leads, and you also get some intent data like change jobs posted on LinkedIn, mentioned in the news, or following your company or view your profile. The only thing with Sales Navigator is that the lead export is not integrated in the tool. So to export your leads, for example, this list here, into a CSV file and find the professional emails, you will need a third-party tool like Evaboot. I will leave the link to download the Chrome extension in the description of this video. And once you download the Chrome extension, you have access here to this button, Export with Evaboot. And let's take an example. For example, if you buy LinkedIn Sales Navigator, which is $99 per month, and then you buy an Evaboot subscription at $99, that makes $200 per month to get 2,000 leads, sorry, with emails per month. So per year, it makes like a bit more than $2,000, which is much less than the 15K per year that Zoominfo will ask you to buy if you want to get access to the search engine. Using Everboot and Sales Navigator combined is pretty simple, so I won't make a full Sales Navigator tutorial in this video. If you want to check it, you can click on the link that will appear on the top right of this video. But basically, once you are happy with your search results, just need to click on here, export with Everboot. It will open the Everboot app. Then on that page, we'll select if you want to export the list with or without the emails. Here, we want to export the lead with emails. Just need to name your search, launch your search, and then you will get notified by email when your search is ready. And in this CSV file, you will find all the information you can find on the profile page, the company page, and also verified professional emails. The data will be clean, and we will also filter the leads that don't match your search criteria. On the pricing, before I've shown you our $99 per month offer, which gives you 4,000 credits. 1 credit is spent when you export leads from LinkedIn with their profile and company information, with the data cleaning and data filtering. And you also spend 1 credit when an email is found. So it means that 1 lead exported with an email equals 2 credits. So with 4,000 credits, you get 2,000 leads with emails. But actually, if you need less than that, our offers start at $9 for 100 credits per month. And that's how, guys, you use Zoominfo to build qualified lead list, and the alternative you can use if you don't have the budget to pay for Zoominfo yet. If you want to know more about how to use LinkedIn Sales Navigator and Everboot to build email lists, you can check the video that will appear just right here. If you like this video, you can subscribe to our channel and give this video a like, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.